Four Faces. Today, unfortunately, we're going to talk about a story about a child that was abused. Let me take that back. A child that was murdered, a child that was killed, unfortunately, by the one that she was with. And she didn't do nothing about it. How can a mother allow their child to be killed by the hands of someone else? It's amazing. We're going to talk about that. Here on Four Faces, we like to talk about every week, come back here every week, we talk about stories involving kids, and we got a lot of stories to tell. But with that being said, here on Four Faces, we also talk about solutions. So, yes, kids get killed all the time. And you know what? It's time to fight back. Let me tell you the story. We'll talk about how to fight back. So let's do this.
Of what this baby, who was not even 6 months old, endured. He endured abuse, multiple broken bones, and then on his last day, he sustained a fatal head injury.
In March 2016, 5-month-old Noah Jones was killed by Leon Montgomery, who was dating the baby's mother at the time. Montgomery beat the baby, causing 13 broken ribs and a fractured skull. More than 2 years later, Montgomery appeared in court awaiting sentencing on manslaughter and criminal abuse charges.
These injuries, how this child was treated, are just, it's absolutely inexcusable.
Before handing down a 30-year sentence, Judge Audra Eckerly denied Montgomery's request for a new trial. That's when Montgomery's outburst began.
And I'm menaced the Commonwealth.
Okay, you're in contempt again. You've already been held in You're in contempt again.
What y'all doing here is wrong to people.
And that'll be 6 months to serve when you finish serving in
No,
this
6
case.
months, I got 30 years. Everybody here get
Control yourself, I'm going to remove you from the courtroom.
After Montgomery was escorted out, his attorney attempted to get the contempt charge thrown out.
I understand Mr. Montgomery is upset, and I would like to apologize for him.
But the judge denied that request too, saying it wasn't his first time.
He, again, has shown zero respect for the law, no remorse for killing a child in this case, and there is absolutely no reason for the court to continue to tolerate the outburst.
Montgomery will serve the recommended 30 years in the death of Noah Jones, plus an additional 8 months for 2 counts of contempt. Julie Dolan, WLKY News.
So after hearing stories like that, you know, it just make you wonder, like, wow, this is just, it's crazy. It's really, really is crazy that a mother will allow another man to go kill their baby. It's ridiculous. It really is. And I don't know what else to say about that. It's a sad story. And thank God that they both got captured. Thank God they're going to serve the time. But no matter what happens to them in prison, it would never bring back the life of a baby. Keep this in mind. It was a baby, an innocent child. Unbelievable. But what are we going to do to fight back? It don't have to be that way. Do it? No, of course not. Well, here on Four Faces, we like solutions. Now, I'm an engineer. I do science, right? And I'm working on products, things that can help kids, give them some type of protection. Just for example, is ballistic type of material that I'm working on. But that, we'll talk about that in future shows. But what can you do today? Well, simple solution, mace. Simple as that, yeah, mace. Now, of course, check in your locality, your state, and seeing if it's, legal for a teenager to carry with you. In most states, they do allow you to have mace. Now, some of you may say, what mace gonna do? Isn't a knife better? Those questions are reasonable questions. The truth of the matter is that mace is actually, a lot of times, better than a knife. Now, yes, mace have its disadvantages, same thing with a knife. But the thing about mace is that you can spray them from a long distance away, right? They don't have to get close to the person, right? To use it, to make it effective. That's the beauty of using mace. So yes, mace is a definite quick solution. It's not expensive. It's easy to put in a pocket. And I mean, put in your pocket and you're good to go. Very easy. They do have training too on how to use mace when it's effective, because you know there are situations in which the wind and different types of factors might not be a great time to use it. But let me just say this. I'd rather my child have some protection than no protection, right? Now, some kids are trained in martial arts. That's another possibility. And here on the show, we will be bringing in someone who have a black belt to show different techniques on how they can protect their kids. So how the kids can protect themselves against people that want to do them wrong. We will be bringing in people with special martial art abilities that's been doing this for years and years to really help out. So with that being said, there are solutions. There's solutions to all problems. And here on Four Faces, we're going to bring you the solutions. We're going to talk about the stories, of course. We have to. Even if a story is back in 2005, we're going to bring it up again. Even if it's current, whether it's current rather, in 2021 or 1998, we're going to bring them up. Why? Because we don't want them kids to be forgotten. We don't want them to be forgotten. And we should never forget them. That child, which you just seen the video on, died by hands of someone that had no business even touching them. Remember that. Remember this also. Your child is worth all the protection in the world. I have kids. I can relate to it. And something to think about. So leave your comment below. This is Four Faces. We'll talk.